Alright, after the deliberation of the overseas scientists, they have really worked on Optimus one more time, and Dr. Manikandan has really very much crucified them, and he has asked them to come to his laboratory. Let us see the discussion now. Today, ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a nice day.
Sir, you have just given us 30 minutes. Sir, what is this, sir?
Take a seat, Dr. Your blood pressure is really typing. Can I order something for you? Black coffee, black tea? Resolution? Can I order something? Can I order some doctors to check your muscle level, pumping level? What is your problem? 30 minutes time. 30 minutes time is too big for you. Do you think Dr. Manikandan's appointment is just like a piece of cake you can get anytime you want? You took it for granted? This is the third time we are meeting. First time, you made literally a joke of a Robo called as Optimus. Second time, you literally made a joke. You brought 4 scientists from the other countries, and you have really shown no sort of problems. And you said that in 2 days' time, what will you do? Something that you have not done for the past 6 years. How do you think it can be done in just 2 days' time?
So the same way that you did it 13 years ago, sir.
Sir, in 2006, we have read all history of this.
We know everything.
We have all read
we know everything about AI.
How exactly 13 years ago you were doing a robot?
Please, try to understand from our point of view. It is not a...
Go ahead.
That has been also failure.
There are some things in my life which I don't want to get back to. Who asked you to make a history check about Dr. Manikandan? Do you think you are capable enough to read about my history status in the past? You have enough things to be worried about, Dr. Vedvarshan. What right did you have, or what courage did you have to go back to my history and read about you? Why did you read about me?
Just because you are one of the most inspiring people here in India.
Flattering me, Dr. Manikandan.
Flattery is different. I am speaking the truth. The same thing that right now is happening to us happened to you in 2006.
In 2006, things were different. In 2006, artificial intelligence was not at its height as it is today, right now. In 2006, it was so difficult. In 2006, 2019, it is very easy. Besides, things are being very easy. Why are you stumbling like this?
Because we can never be as great as you. We aspire to be. We want to be.
That's something even my son and daughter have not said to me. So, look, you guys came to me stating that there is a robot that is ready for taken to the Indian Army and getting for all the safeguards of natural calamities. It was very promising in the beginning, but when I put that Robo into clinical test, it was failing. That's why I was annoyed on it. I never knew that you took me as inspiration. I don't know whether it is a flattery or something that you mean from your heart, but that gives me a little bit of a glimmer of nice feel, I would say. Let me be very honest with you. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to be lenient on you because of your flattery statements. I'm going to be the same. I'm going to be as strict as I am.
So this 3 days.
2 days.
2 days. 2 days.
You know, this is what is the confusion with me. You don't have focus. You don't have unity. You don't have proper level of decision-making process within yourselves. You guys are not having same coordinated minds. You are not in the same page. And how do you think the most advanced Robo could be given to such kind of pair of hands which are not united? What are we going to do about it? More than concentrating on the Robo, you have got big things to be worried about. Your unity has to be taken care of. You first tell me what you are going to do for that. And by the way, Dr. J, something that we have not done in 6 years, what are we going to do in 2 days?
So we just need to upgrade his head. And then...
His head? Tell me where is it? Everything is looking very similar. Upgrade the head. What did you do in the 30 minutes? You did some upgrade, right? So can I test that upgrade? No? Huh? You are very busy. My CCTV camera executive said that Dr. Anu was running here and there and she was very busy. What were you so very busy about Optimus, Dr. Anu? What did you change?
I changed his app.
You see that? Shut up. I'm really having the mood for my workout. Can you bring my dumbbells here? Freeze. Stop it. Get back. Get back. Extend your right hand like this. The Robo's right hand is very puny. My dumbbell is almost about 12.5 kilograms. And how do you think this particular puny hand is going to carry a very heavy arms and ammunition for killing the people in military?
No, this is titanium alloy.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you carry like giving it?
I see. Optimus. Now, bring my two fingers, and my two fingers have to touch on my deltoid. Good. I did not ask you to push me. My two fingers have to come and touch my deltoid.
How can you push you?
You said that it is a big metal.
Yes, it can lift heavy weights, etc. But you, how can it?
I'm 93 kilograms, and my arm is just almost about 28 kilograms.
Sir, but you got.
What?
You
Got
just
what?
said that you regularly work out with 12.
This is not an iron. This is just a human hand.
This is your human hand.
Yeah, and that's a machine. He's much more powerful than me physically. Do it, man.
Come on, Optimus.
You keep encouraging entire year, he will not be able to do that. What did you think Dr. Manigan is? He is just a weird scientist who has got almost about 30 years experience. I am as strong as your Optimus, okay?
You are even more strong. He's just the prototype.
What do you want me to do?
2 days.
Sir, just 2 days.
In 2 days you are going to make re-engineering of everything of Optimus.
All the flaws that you pointed.
Granted, get lost. Meet me after 2 days. Alright, seat change. Be seated. This is Prime Minister's office. Come on. Yeah, let's stand here. Okay?
Let's skip it.
Right, so this is a spokesperson. And I'm glad this is a spokesperson. New girl. So these two are the spokespeople. யார் வந்து பேசுறீங்களோ spokespeople கிட்ட பேசுங்க. சொல்லி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் Prime Minister will come from there. Okay? Make this discussion as a longer discussion. Meaning நிறைய பேர் பேசணும். I want people like Vishnu, Nadish, Danish, Ritanya, Manasa to speak. Okay? Right? Camera is on roll. Go ahead. So this is Prime Minister's office. Over there, Anu and Ravi are the spokespeople of the Prime Minister. The focus is on them, not on me. Yeah, go ahead, boys and girls. Yes. Scientists? Well, scientists are very valuable for the nation now. So tell me what is his concern and please report back. Call for Anu. Anu, can you hear? Anu, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get the details from the level of scientists and please state what are the concerns they have and then report back to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We need to introduce a robot. The robot name is Optimus.
Okay. Go back to the office and ask Naveen to give me a call. Call to Kavin. Kavin, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Kavin, one more scientist is approaching you. Ask him what he wants, and then play a demonstration to Optimus and please inform the scientist that in another 5 minutes I will be there at the office.
Excuse me, sir, who is that?
Prime Minister. Prime Minister in meeting. What did you want? He will come back in 5 minutes.
So what is the concern that we have to do? Don't worry, we are in the classroom, they will not be able to see us. Can you come in? What do the scientists want? Robot. Did you see the robot? Did you both see it? What do you do is you both get an inspection to the robot. Then I finished the meeting with the people. Have an inspection to the robot.
Scientist, please show your robot.
Optimus. Louder, Optimus.
Optimus level.
This.
No.
I made a book. Yes.
Alert, the Prime Minister is stepping to the office.
Okay, go back. Go back.
Namaskar, namaskar, namaskar. Ready up. Ready up. Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Kavin. Please go and seat if you are seated. Right there. First of all, I am really proud that I am very much blessed enough to meet all these scientists and so much proud that the nation has produced such good scientists. My secretary told me that you are all here with a concern. So unfortunately, I am in a meeting with Madhya Pradesh's CM. So he has just given me 6 minutes time. So within that, could you please tell me what you want me to do? How can I help you?
Sir, we want to show our new book.
I see. Namaskar. Wow. It gives Indian Namaskar. That's
All
great.
languages it has been programmed to use.
I see. Okay. आपका नाम क्या है? What's your name?
मेरा नाम Optimus है.
Super. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Nagaran. You can be seated. With the permission from all your scientists, can I really put him to Optimus correct friend. Okay. It's very respectful. What kind of services you can do for our India?
I can help the winter soldiers to fight our enemy, and I can save our people from the natural disasters or some tests.
Fantastic. And our Indian women, they are supposed to be respected more. What kind of security and what kind of protection you can give for our Indian women? Even my secretary is a lady. So I respect womanhood. I hope you are also respecting womanhood. So what kind of security system you have for women?
Will not allow the test in the women's area, and
That's okay. Thank you. Go back to your seat. First of all, I really pay my respects to all the scientists who have done a great job of preparing such a wonderful robot. But I see lots of worrying faces. What is really stopping you? Come on, get it sanctioned, and I would ask our defense minister to take use of it.
Sir, but, you can sanction it, sir, but we need the approval of the AARD, sir. Our Dr. Manian, sir.
Are you meaning to say that the AARD is not allowing this robot to get sanctioned?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's
So
it?
it seems like he has done and Robo 2068.
I know Dr. Manian personally. My defense minister always speaks about him. What is his problem?
So it's not allowing him now.
He's biased.
What did he say when you did you show you should have shown demonstration of the robot? Did you show?
Sir, but now our Optimus is improved, sir. When we showed him, it was a little bit small, not developed as now, sir. So only he didn't show, sir. Nothing.
If there is a person who is also a very renowned scientist, if he does not have heart to allow this robot to get into Indian Army, then unfortunately I'll have to fire him.
Sir, no, sir. He tried to do, sir. But some tests Optimus could not do, sir.
What is your name, madam? Dr. Ritanya, what did you say to Dr. Manian? Did you try to convince Dr. Manian? What's the problem? What, in your observation, why did he not allow Optimus?
Optimus didn't do some activities in our trials, and now only it is improved. When we show to Dr. Manian, the Optimus is so not improved.
I see. Dr. Vishnu, did you try to convince? What does he say? Teasing. Oh my God.
Sir, no, sir. I think the word he wanted means it's not tease. He never teased us.
Dr. Nagaran, I know that you have huge respect for Dr. Manian, so don't prevent your colleagues from saying the truth. Don't worry, I'm not going to fire you. Everybody has got a last chance. I have read your profile. You are considering Dr. Manian as his inspiration. That is why you are not allowing your colleagues to say anything. Don't worry, I'm not going to harm you. First of all, I'm really sorry on behalf of Defense Ministry. Dr. Danish, we are so happy that your team members have come from Brazil for our country. What is your observation about Optimus? Did you speak to Dr. Mani from the other country?
Sir, I get a opportunity that I came here, and I did not
Starts laughing. Come in. Anu, could you please come in? I want both of you to do a little favor. Exactly at 3 p.m. this afternoon, I want Dr. Manigandan in my office, literally. I have to have an encounter with him in face. Okay? Can you arrange? Yes, please call, and exactly at 3 p.m. I have to meet you. Thank you. So, my dear scientists, this afternoon I will talk to Dr. G, and I will make sure he arranges a meeting. And there will be a meeting one more time, and that will be a final meeting. If at all he is not getting Optimus selected, then please report it back. Is there any other concerns you have? Right. Good job. Manigandan, what is that? Either I will solve it or you will perform. Say. No. யாருமே என்கிட்ட சொல்லாம கேமரா டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. இல்ல,
तुम्हारा क्या नहीं करती है ना
Sir, it's okay. Okay. So after the Prime Minister now, there is going to be an encounter along with the members. The Prime Minister is going to speak to Dr. Manigandan. Now this turns about as a very good situation in this particular scenario, where Dr. Manigandan is red-handedly caught by some of the spokespersons of the Prime Minister. People like Nagulan, Anu, Jay and other people are going to be spokespersons. Now I grant permission to everybody. Whoever wants to ask a question can ask a question. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm seeing some new people in the office. Who are you? What are you doing in my office?
Yeah, the spokesperson is the Prime Minister.
Come in. Who are all this? Okay.
We are spokesperson for the Prime Minister.
Yeah, be seated, please. So, this, would you like to have coffee or tea? Prime Minister spokesperson. Can I make a call? If you don't mind?
The home, please.
This is my office and this is my phone.
Okay. No, it's okay. I mean, the Prime Minister is seeing everything that's happening here, so. No, you can wait. He'll wait, no problem. The Prime Minister will wait for you.
I'm calling Prime Minister's office.
I'll be back.
Hello? Is it Prime Minister's office?
Yes, who is this?
Why is it so late for getting the response? Usually I get immediate response. I'm Dr. Manigandan.
Yes?
I got some imposters in my office. Did you send anybody to my office?
Yeah. I sent a couple of spokespersons here.
Why? What is the need for it?
I think, no, it's, I don't really need to be explaining that to you.
Regarding what?
The Optimus project?
You don't have any other information further?
Not that what I would like to disclose now.
Thank you.
What?
We have 2 questions for you. Why did you reject?
No, she said she wanted to ask. I'll come back to you. Yeah. I did not tease. Somebody has given a wrong information. That Madam, please understand that I am not in a position to tease anybody. I am not in a playful question. And you know that I am a very renowned scientist in the world. I did not tease, I was just checking. And if the Prime Minister does not want me to check, then your Defence Minister will find fault in my services. That's the only thing that I did. I did not tease at all. I did not tease.
So why are they saying like? Is there any like? Or you're saying that? You don't know.
May I know if the scientists are really watching this conversation from somewhere? Are they watching?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yes, I think yeah.
Video
I'll answer the
conference.
question.
Then cross-check with them. Did I really tease them? I mean, whoever that has... you mean to say that the scientists went and met the Prime Minister personally?
Yeah.
Um,
You get to this time, no? Not it.
okay, I'll take that question. I'll better note down. I'll collect all your questions and I'll give a consolidated answer. Please, may you please be seated?
So why did you reject Optimus?
Well, sir,
This is nice. He's a nice robot.
Calm down.
what you are seeing on the virtual reality scenario, you are noting there. But you should have watched Optimus in person. Looks somewhere exactly like this particular gentleman who is sitting here. No offenses to you, Mr. May I know your name? Mr. Krishna, no offenses to you, but Optimus looks exactly like you. I was just doing my job. I was just doing my job, officer. Please understand. I was just doing my job.
Oh,
We got to know the information that resides in the.
I will note down both of your questions and you need to give a little time. This is like a court martial. You need to give me a little time for answering.
so you can prepare right.
If you have a mindset in your mind that I am a cruel guy, then I will be appearing as one. But please see me as a reputed scientist.
And see you for what you are.
Any other questions?
Yes.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you not take this Optimus project to the eyes of the Defence Minister? You knew very well that it was
Because
a promising project.
he was not fit enough.
Well, the
Optimus
Prime
was
Minister
not.
seems to think so, and your judgment is clouded. So what shall we do?
Did Optimus give demonstration to Prime Minister?
Yes, he did.
He did.
We understand that while he was performing to you, he had some faults, but you should know. As you say, you are a renowned scientist, right? You should know that this was a promising project. You should have known. You didn't. What do you expect us to do?
I will note down your question also. You have any question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Scientists told us that you're not spending more time on it. We are saying that 3 weeks time is allotted for researching it.
Officer,
But
I
it is giving
have
us-
spent 3 full days with those scientists.
Okay.
3 full days. And you must be knowing about the busy schedule of the AARD officers. And besides all the busy schedule, I spent 3 full days with all those scientists. I still remember Dr. Nabulan, Dr. Vedvarshan, Dr. Vishnu, Dr. Vitanya, Dr. Manasa, Dr. Jay, Dr. Anu, Dr. Danish, Dr. Daniel, Dr. Nadish. So many people. See, you have to appreciate my memory of, keeping stock of all those people. I spent 3 days to answer your question. I think I have answered your question, so I'm skipping to the next person. Please.
Though they upgraded the Optimus in just 30 minutes, why do you discount it?
Well, his central processing unit was full of flaws. So, with the concern over our nation, I told all of them to resurrect and even the scientist from Brazil, Dr. Anu, she promised me that she will be doing something about it. And I wanted to check whether she had done something or not, but within that you have arrested me.
But
Thanks.
she got 3 weeks time, she told, but they just given 30 minutes time. There's a lot difference between 3 weeks and 30 minutes.
That was kind of a shock treatment I gave so that they are really working on a prudent basis about, this is about nation, this is about the integrity of our country. And I am answerable and I am directly reporting to the Defence Minister. And if I am sanctioning a Robo which is not really good in central processing unit, then who will answer? If that's why I understand the difference between 3 weeks and 3 hours.
30 minutes actually, not 3 hours.
You didn't give 3 hours, you just gave 3 minutes. You know that information. If you not alive,
You are With an impression from the beginning that I am a liar. That's why everything is appearing as like my Dr. Kavin, could you please come in? You can also check with Dr. Kavin. He is always on my he will tell the truth also. Please answer some of the questions that they are asking.
Dr. Nadesh, did you previously work with two people called...
I think you are 65 years old and you are lost your memory. This is Dr. Kavin. Dr. Nadesh is old.
Sorry. Dr. Kavin. Did you work with two people named Danish and what is the other one? Hariharan, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And while the scientists were working on that project, did Hariharan go and visit them?
Yeah.
While he went there, we have received some information, I don't know from whom, and Dr. Daniel said he saw this optimist program in Google. Someone had leaked it. And upon seeing this news, we were all very shocked and we decided to trace the IP address. You can imagine how shocked we were when we found that the IP address was traced back to Dr. Hariharan.
Can I talk or?
You call back.
No.
Or can I say?
Come on. How? No, you can also answer this if you want. How come? It was the IP address went to Hariharan.
I'm not getting a complete approval. You say yes and he says no. If both of you are saying, I have to obey everybody.
I'm saying this is not true. You can answer this question.
Can I answer or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How do you explain that the person who leaked the photos was your employee, Dr. Hariharan? And that too, no one has seen him for the past 3 days. For the past 5 days after he leaked it.
Could I do this missing values?
You know how we would think, right?
How?
Because the whole thing falls on you. You do not approve their project, you try to teach them, you sabotage their project, and the person who leaks about the project is your employee.
And you scored the check.
And you also criticize them for the news getting leaked out.
I would note down that question also.
Come on, you can do better than that.
Doctor, how she can connect the robot in just 30 minutes? You can connect. Huh? Tell me.
No. No, I can't.
So then why
If
did
I
you?
got only other also will do, no? You should give us 1 week or 2 days.
So he said, yes, yes.
About that 13 years you made a robot that made failure. In 13 years you made a growth and become a head of this ARP. So that's above past 5 years you made all scientists robots failure.
He's saying that you're jealous of you.
Yes.
And you want to make all the other scientists project to failure.
No, it's not like that. I
You
appreciate
made a robot that also failed.
what. Well, 30 years back, the case was entirely different. You must have known, you were all representing Prime Minister's office, so that time economy was bad, inflation was hitting the nation, and we were running with Manmohan Singh's government, and I was not seeing profit. So now I'm seeing a lot of profit. Thanks to the government, and Prime Minister has given me a lot of liberty, and that's why. Let me be very honest with you. I was trying to be strict, just strict, but I did not do anything unethical. I was only trying to be very strict. But in my opinion, I feel jealous. Let me get things out of my chest. I'm seeing jealous of people who are at the age of 29, 30, 27, 28. They're all big scientists. I'm at the age of 53, still only the head of AIRD, and I have not advanced. So, the Prime Minister is watching me. I cannot be disloyal to my nation. Yeah, because of jealousy.
Can you please answer this?
I'll literally try. Do you have any question? Do you have any question?
Doctor, Now the Optimus is very weak. So now
No, I seriously doubt if he had given good test. At one point of time, I asked Optimus to bend my arm. It was not even bending a human being's arm. And how can it, play the battle or fight the battle against almost about 100 to 200 battalion of people?
I think they have upgraded it in the past 2 days. Okay, and the Prime Minister thinks so too. And I need you, the Prime Minister wants you to get all those scientists inside your lab and give a proper, unbiased, ethical test to Optimus. Throw the jealousy into the bin. Okay, this determines the fate of our nation.
Is that the only choice?
Yes. It's not a choice, it's a condition. The Prime Minister wants it, so we are going to do it.
then Optimus was not able to do which experiment. I thought he scolded the scientist. Why scolded?
You know how difficult it is to design a robot. You may think that India has improved, but it has only become tougher for people to design new things. Everyone has already got thought of everything. Our country is more difficult than it was ever before. 13 years ago, you couldn't. You understand that pain, how it feels. Why
Okay.
put them through that now?
I'm sorry for disrespecting all the scientists. I'm sorry for throwing away jealousy and getting into wrong comparisons. And I'm of course sorry for taking them and disrespecting them. And most importantly, I'm sorry that I have really insulted a resource, a very big resource. What do you want me to do?
So now we have to select Optimus.
Call an Optimus. If you want, test him all you want.
Can I make a call?
No, that's yours.
Hello, Dr. Kavin. Dr. Kavin, please do a thing. 3 years back, there was a Robo demonstration, right? Optimus. Call the entire team and tell them that they will be having a meeting tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Can I call them 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Please tell them that there is a meeting at 9 o'clock. Call Dr. Vedvashi and inform him right now. Call the Vedvashi.
Hello?
Are you Vedavasan?
Yeah, I'm Vedvasan.
Tomorrow morning 9 o'clock there is a meeting.
Where? Can you say the spot exactly?
In Money.
In Money and Sir office. Okay, I'll be there. Morning 9 o'clock, right? Okay.
Right, my senior officer has called, one of the scientists called Dr. Vedvasan, and tomorrow morning, will that be connected with the Prime Minister's conference?
Yes.
Everything about the Optimus project from now on is connected to the Prime Minister. This is not a resource, this is a treasure for our country, and you have treated it and you have mistreated it because of your cost, because of your diet. Did you even think about how good this can do to our country, how it can improve our army, how it can save our people?
13 years to make a robot. And they took only 6 years. But they made a
So you are very much worried about, I'm not giving so much time to Dr. Anu. That's what you are so much worried about. I will personally apologize to Dr. Anu.
You need to personally apologize to me. You have mistreated all of them, including Optimus, the hunk of plastic that you called him right? You have to apologize
How
to
do
them.
you know each and every word of our conversation?
I'm sorry, but we are talking about the Prime Minister here. If he wants, he can do whatever he wants.
We got all this from Prime Minister.
Okay, I plead my request. I will talk to the engineers. Sorry, scientists. Make sure the scientists are lined up and everything. Can I leave?
Okay, sure.
Next day morning, Dr. Manin's office.
told me.
May I come in, sirs?
Who is it?
Who is that?
Oh my God.
Good morning, all. Sit down, please. Have you come in, have you served them coffee or tea? Did you ask? Please ask them. Yeah, get them all cups of coffee.
Of coffee.
Oh, go. So. Dr. Anuj, when I gave you the last 2 days' time, you all went in your wagon very fast somewhere. May I know where you went actually?
I think you know that actually.
So, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I first of all would like to apologize to each and every person. You don't need much explanation because you are the ones who lit that fire. Yesterday I was court-martialed by the officials of the Prime Minister and I was told that Optimus has to be sanctioned. And then the Prime Minister himself has found Optimus as a very optimum kind of artificial intelligence equipment. I have a very less say. So I'm in command, supposed to make some demonstration to Optimus. Optimus, stand up. Forward. Now load this pistol and shoot at the target. Thank you. Optimus, stand back again. Consider this is the walkie-talkie that you are using in the battlefield, and consider Dr. Rutani and Dr. Manasa as the persons who are supposed to pass the ammunitions. So give a call and ask them to pass on ammunitions to kill your enemies.
Hello. Where are the enemies? I will come to my Indian side.
Thank you. You can be seated, Optimus. Well, before I give the finishing report, our Prime Minister has also asked me to get the last words from every single person, and then he has asked me to give the result of his test. So each of you can stand and tell us your experience or whatever you want to say, one by one. If it is a condemning statement against me or if it is anything, because Prime Minister has asked me to talk to each and everyone personally. So I'll start with Dr. Daniel. Whatever you want to speak. You can take some time. You can gather from the other people.
Hello, Nadish. Yes, I just, already. I just.
Dr. Nadish, what was the need for going to the Prime Minister and reporting about him?
Just started everyone here.
I'm sorry. Thank you. You could have spoken to me in direct instead of taking this case to the Prime Minister. Why didn't you speak to me in direct?
Because I think you are
Very good. What was your concern to the Prime Minister about me? Prime Minister's official, another lady like you, she tore me into pieces yesterday. You could have spoken directly to me. Why did you complain about me to the Prime Minister?
Understand is better than you.
No, he can't understand this better than him. He was unbiased. He is still a world renowned scientist.
Thank you for showing the respect. I really appreciate it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without taking further, I stand corrected. Yes, I was committing a lot of mistakes. And the Prime Minister's officials, yeah, they were very harsh. I cannot forget every single word that those people mentioned yesterday in the court-martial meeting. My secretary, Dr. Kavin, Dr. Nitin, were also really court-martialed. I'm really sorry for all the insults that I have been. I'm supposed to read the press conference. Can I read it? You don't know? I, Dr. Madhina Sundaresan, the Chief Head of Artificial Intelligence Research and Development Department of India, would like to confer hereby that I am fully satisfied with the new age artificial intelligence robotic Optimus, and it is hereby declared that in front of all the world, in front of all the media, I would like to hereby declare that Optimus is being sanctioned and it is taken for Indian Army for the surveillance. And I also really declare Optimus that it will be getting into all the natural calamities. The 3 targets and objectives that the scientists gave, everything is sanctioned, and I would like to sign in front of the press and media conference and in front of the beloved, respectful Prime Minister who is watching our video conference. I'm signing Optimus to be our chief mechanized robotic artificial intelligence expertise for Indian Army. Signed, Dr. Madhina Sundaresan. Thank you. And before I leave my office, I would like to say that you are one of the bunch of people who have really opened my eyes. Yesterday, there was a person who was in Dr. Jay's chair. He asked me whether I was jealous of you. I'm really sorry to say, yes, I was jealous of all of you. I was really jealous of all of you. Because whatever I had done in 45 years, you people have done in 23, 24 years. My son is of your age. And my son is still studying artificial intelligence only. And you are at my son's age and you are really have emerged as scientists. So that's why I started to do it. Optimus, could you please come here? Well, your project has really opened my eyes and I am so much thankful to you. And I really thank all your godfathers for making such wonderful. Together we will be a success. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll make sure that you can always knock my door. The Prime Minister gave me a newsletter that I am still the AART head. I was afraid that I will be fired. The Prime Minister was kind enough to retain me. So next time when you are coming with the projects, I will really be happy to listen about it. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you would like to say something, you can say and we go ahead. Sorry.
I'll narrate something about this.
So that way, officially the skit comes to an end and everyone wants to narrate something to the camera. Yeah.
In this skit, we have seen how a corrupted man can become correct and how even the most cruel of men can become warm-hearted. And I speak to the entire person, to all and every person who are watching this, that our country's future depends on our hands and we should not let it be mangled by corruption and the needs of a single man or a group of people. We should always work for the greater good. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to do what Nagalan has mentioned? Maybe standing behind the podium of the camera? Please. Yeah, Anu first, Jay. Yeah, talk to all of you. It is recorded. Just like Nagalan mentioned about the learning, what did you learn from this?
The character, incorrect person, correctly.
That's it? Right, thank you. Jay. Come here. You came first for speaking, right? So why are you backing? Whatever something else that you had in mind, do it. There's a pledge. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Anybody else would like to take up the podium? Anish, I would literally want you to come to the podium and explain to all of us what was the learning from your side.
I'm just absent for the first class and I have presented in the second class. First I was topic, whatever the things you have done in first class. But slow by slow I can understand that. Naglat said that we should be having unity in our side. And in this kit I have learned about the what disappointment should be in our life, and don't be jealous inside. Don't be jealous, and how to correct people who are being jealous and despite others. What's that we are learning this kit?
Vitania, can you come and tell us what you learned out of this exercise? Because this is your first and foremost complete skit. So, please.
In the skit, what Cesar told, we corrected uncorrected person to a good way.
That's it. Thank you. So whatever you want to speak about the skit or about the class, just frankly express. Louder.
First time I came to this class, I'm expecting more to do something to.
Right. Thank you. Anybody else?
The skit was very beautiful, and we learned in the skit learned how to make robotics, and there are many scientists they will success.
They will have to be respected and they will be successful. Okay, so just give me a moment. Vitania, Manasama, I'll come and pass it.
It's very important.